Happy paganism to all the people out there today. Some people call it Thanksgiving. I call it paganism because we're actually celebrating stealing from the Native Americans. That's what Thanksgiving is about. It's celebrating hitting the lick on the Indians. See, people don't like truth. I understand. But we're not talking about that. I want to give a shout out to all the black men, so called black men, whatever you identify, melanated men, because uh, if you made it this far, listen what I'm telling you, man. You gotta be like Frederick Nietzsche and I'm serious, you gotta be like Frederick Nietzsche and Henry Kissinger and all these other Einstein and all that to survive these days. Listen what I'm telling you. I'm about to give you to a raw man. There's so many temptations and stuff you got to go through as a black man. It's just unbelievable. The racial stuff you got to go through, that's never going to stop because the whole system was based on racism. And once they realized, they said, oh, we don't need them to work for us no more, then they showed their real hand. Not all whites feel like that, but that's pretty much my general understanding that they put you in a position to be subservient and you're supposed to stay there. So you're not there no more. So now they trying to figure out what they going to do with you. Okay? But if you're a black man and you survive this far, look, man, we got so much stuff. Do you know statistically, these is facts and numbers, that you're more inclined to be victimized by another black man than anybody else? Yeah, statistically. Now, when you look at that, you got to understand too who created the atmosphere to create that mentality in the first place. So we got to look at it from an inner perspective and an outer perspective. Who created conditions in which to cause that type of tension anyway? And it's not a genetic thing. It's not. Look at my skin color. It's not in our DNA. I'm gonna tell you why. Because I've been around Jamaicans and certain Africans. They don't act like that. So it's not in our genetics, and they look like us, kinda, but they don't act like us. You gotta understand because they got something that we don't have. We can get Heisman trophies and NBA championships and win heavyweight titles and be industrialists and all that. But one thing that we don't have, us black men in America, that the other dark black men have is what? An identity. Okay, we don't have no identity. The Rastafarians, well, that's considered religion too. Well, I'm talking about Jamaicans. They got a certain camaraderie that we just don't have. We just don't have it. The Africans got a camaraderie. We don't have it. We just don't have it. So you got to call the elephant in the room. Okay, I'll say this one comment. I'll say if I was a white dude, I would be so rich and famous. It would be unbelievable. But the same characteristics that I display being my melanated self, it causes anger. Let me give you an example. I went to the grocery store yesterday to get some food. So I bought some salmon. So I noticed on the receipt, the lady charged me double. So I took it back. Now I've been seeing this lady probably 5 or 6 years. European, white lady, Anglo-Saxon. This lady just went off on me. And then she just insisted on that she did give it to me. 2 packs of salmon steaks. I said, ma'am, you want to look at the camera? I don't have time to look at the camera. Well, how are we going to resolve this? And then she just kept saying it. I'm going to give you your money back for it. So she gives me the money, and then she takes the other salmon. Look, I can't make this up. She takes the salmon that I got in my hand. I said, lady, how's you going to take what I got? And what's... She said, I gave you your money back. I say, lady, you don't know how to count, do you? Let me speak to the manager. She said, I am the manager. Okay? I ain't making see. I'm giving you the example. I'm giving you the receipts. And prior to that, I went to what? GFS. I say the name of the grocery store. I went to GFS. Had a problem 2-3 weeks ago with another white lady manager. I purchased a whole case of chicken, a whole burger from GFS. I purchased a whole case of chicken. So I paid for it in advance. I had to wait for it to arrive, special delivery from the truck. So when I came back to pick it up, and I told the lady that I paid for it, she said in the company of the employees and other people, no, you didn't pay for this. I said, okay, I'll be right back. So I went out, got the receipt, and came back. Do you know she still was not apologetic? That's what I'm saying. You ain't tripping. When you see these things, you ain't tripping. It's a system. Do you know what a system is? That means multiple people, multiple players. That's why I'm giving y'all props as black men. If you survive, look, let's get real. You can't go out the door. You ride down the street. Look, them people's out there, 12 waiting. Take your ass to jail. You go in the store. Everything seems copacetic till you have a minor discrepancy. And these people show you their true face. Like I say, man, it's all kind of undercurrents we got around us. We do. And then they take whatever you say, twist it around. Know you a good person. They see how you moving. You don't do no type of F stuff. You know what I'm saying? You don't do no funny bunny stuff. And they still trying to figure out a way to slander your name. Because I ain't like your cousins and your brothers and all them other idiots. You see what they used to dealing with. Dudes begging for loose cigarettes. Dudes always stealing, always finessing, scamming. You know them type. You know what I'm saying? I stand 10 toes down. I try to keep it thorough. And I try to be as righteous. I ain't saying I'm no saint at all, but I keep it 100. Like I said, if I owe you $20, I'm going to give you $20. You know what I'm saying? I ain't going to be like when it's time to pay you. You gay. hey, I borrowed $20 from you. When it's time to pay, you be like, hey, man, I think you gay. Man, what the hell they got to do with $20, man? You see how people do? That's how they do. Yeah, imagine that I borrowed $20 from you. Then it's time to pay. Then I say, you know what, you gay. And I use that as leverage to not pay you. People a trip, but you can't expect people to play by your rules. But like I said, we got to deal with a lot as black men. We got to deal with bitches. And I don't mean saying they're trying to be slang. Do you understand what that a bitch is an actual slang word for a female dog? But let's break it down in Ebonics. Bitch mean two things. Bitch mean your ass ain't got no type of aggression in you. You ain't gonna throw rice at a wedding. That's one definition of bitch. But the other definition of bitch is, yeah, you just a weak, sorry, nagging type. You know, yeah. That's a bitch. Always bitching. Like, damn, get up and do something. Shit. Yeah. Why don't you, okay, if you want to be the change that you talking about, why you talk so goddamn much? Shit, cause shut your cock holster. No, they can't do that. That's a bitch. So we got to deal with that. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to deal, no matter what you do, they still sit there trying to slander your name and act like they done been with Brad Pitt and Denzel Washington before they got with you. Man, don't fall for that. These chicks try to act like they was with Denzel Washington and Brad Pitt before they got with you. Yeah, you know, it was a dude at the shelter, or a dude on the down low, or a dude that was a womanizer. They don't never tell you that, but they try to make it look like that they had a higher standard before they met you. Get the hell out of here. Your ex in the shelter. Trying to get an extra blanket. Come on, man. Don't fall for that, man. They love playing psychological games. Like I say, if you're a black man, you survive. I commend you. I salute you, man. Cause look, man. We don't just have to deal with witches. I mean, yeah, I threw that out. I'm putting it out there. I'm telling you, man. You got to deal with that too. You got to deal with bitches. You got to deal with witches. Now, what if she a bitch and a witch? Oh, man, you ain't got no spiritual strength either. You just a regular mortal. Oh man, she gonna step on you. You have no spiritual fortitude whatsoever. You don't have no Jesus in you, no Allah, no Buddha. You don't have nothing. You just trying to fight spirits by yourself. Hmm. Right there, you lost. You see what I'm saying? We got a lot. We got listen, bro. I'm serious, man. A lot of them working in secrecy. The Bible speaks of people working, workers of iniquity. Look what iniquity means. Look that, Google that, because you know young people got to Google everything. If they can't Google it, it's not real. Google what iniquity means. And I'm telling you from a person that traveled and experienced some things, man, that's something. When I went to Macon, Georgia, that's when I had my first exposure. I went to dinner with this lady from Cleveland, but she's originally from the South. Her name, Mother Lovett. Peace be upon her. She said, listen, baby, because when I went down to Macon, Georgia, you know, people were so nice and friendly down there. That's how they get you down south. They so nice and friendly. I was just going to come on over and have something to eat. Come on over. And the lady told me, look, you can't just be eating everybody food. People be down here working, baby. I was so green, I didn't even know what she meant. I said, working where? Where they working? At McDonald's? I said, where they working? And she looked at me, boy, like, boy, you dumb, boy, you Yankee, boy, you a dumb Yankey. That's how she ain't said, she just gave me that look like, boy, you's a dumb Yankee. I ain't even catch what she said. She said, baby, people down here working, baby. I said, where they working? Where they working, McDonald's? Where they working, Subway? Where they working, Chuck E. Cheese's? No, they workers of iniquity. They sit back practicing doing magic and trying to look, man, they cheating. They are. Listen, I'm telling you. Now, some of these magics, this come from the islands, come from Africa, and this and that, and it was passed down. But a lot of people didn't know this stuff. They do it in secrecy. I'm telling you, and that's why a lot of y'all life messed up. She's sitting there trying to do a voodoo spell. She don't even know how to read. She a literary witch. She got lit. She done cast a wrong spell called Road Demon out. Man, listen what I'm telling you, man. Look, I can't make this stuff up. Listen, young man, bro. You stay prayed up. I ain't trying to start preaching or nothing. Stay prayed up. You got to have some spiritual fortitude. And most of us don't, because we live in a materialistic world, a secular world. But never become so secular that you don't see with this eye. So you got 3 eyes. White people only got 2. Okay, I'm not being racist. I'm just telling you, white people got 2 eyes. Melanated people got 3 eyes. They close this eye. That's the 3rd eye right here, the pineal gland. You know how they do that? We're putting stuff in the food and chemtrails, all kind of stuff. They don't want that open. No, that right there, that's that eye right there. They don't want that open, because that's the eye that's going to see the unseen. You already got that. So you got to understand, European, he's a materialist. I'm about to preach now. I'm about to take you to church. If he can't see it, if he can't touch it, taste it, feel it, smell it, it's not real to him. He's a materialist. His whole world will focus around materialism. Okay? So we got to know this history. And this is not being racist, this is not being hateful. I'm just saying, we're just talking about the nature. That's why white people or Europeans or Anglo-Saxons are so obsessed with money. Like, they're way more obsessed with money. Yeah, they are. They let it define them, and you should never let it define you. It should just be a tool. You know what I'm saying? It's a good servant, but it could be a terrible master. So that's it for today. I salute all you black men for making it past all these obstacles. You got crazy relatives, crazy family, Crazy neighborhood, crazy job, man. How in the hell you make it? Think about that, man. How the hell you make it through all that, man? That's a miracle. Each one of you is a miracle that you made it through this day. And you ain't get caught up about the po-po, the ho-ho, or the witches or the bitches.